Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Professor Candelaria, and I'm going to be your instructor this semester. I know last week was a short week, but I wanted to get to you with the video and kind of go over. Hopefully, you've gotten to look at the website and look at Canvas a little bit, but I thought I'd spend some time with you and chat with you and just talk about it really quickly. So again, my name is Professor Candelaria, and I will be teaching this course, English 1B, Literature and Composition, and this is one of my favorite classes to teach. And I really think a lot about the material in here, so hopefully it'll be a little surprising to you. Maybe it'll be hopeful to you. You'll get to be able to read some materials that are a little different than maybe you've read in literature classes before. So just really quickly, there's a couple things. So we will be using Canvas for you to turn your materials into me. And I do have a website on Wix that you'll be looking at to get information about the course. So there's two different kind of things that you'll be doing. So first of all, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you the website, which is on Canvas, and just kind of look at it a little bit with you. So this is the home page. It tells you a little bit about the course, and then there's a link here to the syllabus. There's some information about me, yada, yada. A class calendar. I don't really use this too much, but it's a little bit there. The syllabus is also to be found here. Weekly work. This is really important. The weekly work is really useful. So we're going to be doing 4 units in this class: dystopian, time travel, historical, and gender and identity. And these are also links to that week. So if you clicked on this, you would then pull up the dystopian worlds, which is our first week. So that first week we just did preview. That was through this weekend and getting familiar with the class. And then this week, starting Monday, January 24th, we're going to start week 1, which is the Hunger Games. And you've probably read it before or watched it before, and you're going to go, why am I doing this? I really want you to think a little differently when you're working with our material in the class. It may be material that you are familiar with. But I want you to kind of take a step back from how you maybe have looked at the material before. When we're watching these types of movies, a lot of times we look at them with the perspective of entertain me. And I'm asking you to take a step back from that perspective and really think about them from a different perspective, thinking about them from a social justice lens. What's happening within these materials? What is the world that they're living in? What are some of the social injustices that you're seeing? What are some of the values? What is the writer, director, producer trying to share with us? What are we supposed to learn? What is the value of it? If you look here on the page, you'll notice that I have on here, this week we will be watching the movie The Hunger Games. I'd like you to consider the world that Katniss lives in. Her world is set in the future. So when Katniss refers to her ancestors, she's referring to us. What do you think happened in North America? How might we have contributed to the destruction of it? These are some of the questions that you can consider in your vlog response. So you can either type your response in a blog, or you can share your response in a vlog, in a video. And you're going to do that by Friday. And I want you to really think about this world that they're in. And this is a very thin prompt. If you notice, it's not very specific. It says that you can consider some of these questions. It means that you may not be looking at this at all. But I really do want you to dig inside of you and find what you find valuable in this material. Sometimes this throws students off a little bit. They're used to more prescriptive learning practices, which just means that they're used to me asking a question and you answering it. And this is a class of discovery, and I don't like to work that way. So we're going to allow you to be a lot more free with your responses. So you get to really find something within the material that's of value. And I'm hoping at the end of the semester, you'll be able to talk more about how literature shapes our world. So you can see this is what we're doing the first week: blog and vlog due by midnight, and then a micro theme, which I'll talk about later, is due towards the end of February. The second week we're doing unwind, if you click on here, the text is here. The movie you'll have to rent from either Amazon or YouTube. I'm sure you'll find it someplace for free. Most of the materials otherwise, you can find links to them, right? I've made them free for you. Catching Fire, another movie. You'll notice I try to alternate between movie and then reading and movie and reading to make it easier. Anthem is a short story and the link is also there. So this is the dystopian world. And then we're going to be working with time travel. And you'll see this works exactly the same way. And then we're going to work with, you can also see it this way. There's many ways to do it. Historical, gender and identity. So this is historical, and gender and identity. And then you'll notice I'm going to put videos up on here for you to watch. So I'm going to stop sharing. I will step back in most weeks and share a little bit about the material and what I find interesting, but really, again, this is space for you to be able to work and think about things that are of value, social justice lens, how the world that they're living in, things that we can learn from the materials. That's kind of what we're doing. So blogs are always due by Friday, blog or vlog, right? Depending on what you choose to do, by Fridays at midnight. There are 150 words. That's a minimum. Minimums sometimes could be better. So sometimes people do 150 words, are like, oh, this is an A. And I'm like, maybe not. You want to really put some heart into it, right? You get a lot of freedom to write about what you want to. So those will be posted onto Canvas by Friday at midnight. And then we're also going to have mini papers. Those are micro theme papers. And I talk about those a little bit more. You should be looking over the assignments. There'll be one for, there'll be a micro theme paper for the dystopian world, the time travel world, and the historical world. And there is, again, information about those assignments. So, and I will share more in some videos as we get closer to the date of those coming up. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be checking back in with you in a video again soon. I know it's kind of hard, these online classes, we don't really get to meet, but feel free to reach out. And if you're in Chico, I do have some face-to-face hours at Chico State. I work there also. I have been a professor there for a lot of years. So, but if you have any questions, reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer them. I'm here to help you succeed and hopefully to find some value in some new pieces or some old pieces and get to look at them in a new way. If you have any questions, reach out and I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.